Hey, what's going on? What's shaking? What's popping? What's cracking? Lacking? How do you do in 2022? It's time for Raw Talk Live.
Yay, 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 yay. No, I'm not perfect, no. I made my mistakes, no.
Well, hello, and how do you do? Hi, girlfriend Peggy. There she
Hey,
is.
girlfriend,
Oh,
Ms.B.
beautiful.
Hey,
Yay!
beautiful. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Can you
Happy New
believe it?
Year.
It's 2022.
I cannot. It is amazing.
You know what? I've never really looked at New Year's the way I looked at it this year. It's like I am with everything that's going on with COVID and so many people around us just dropping like flies
Oh, don't
and
say
what
drop.
seems like a common cold.
Yeah.
It's time to cherish these New Years rolling through that we get a chance to see another one. Seriously.
Yes.
And our
Yes.
loved
Most
ones intact
definitely.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
That's a blessing because we know
Yes.
so many people that went through a lot this year.
Oh
They went
yes.
through a lot. They lost a lot of family
A
members, some
lot
of
of
them one
family.
right behind the other.
Yes. So I was very fortunate. I didn't lose anybody, thank God. In my immediate family circle. And I'm just filled that I'm just so happy. Yeah.
Yes, I am too. I am too because
Yes.
it's it's serious business. It ain't nothing to play with. And at our age, every year that you happen to count go by, we know that we're getting closer, you
Right.
know, to
Yep. Our,
making a
our roll of
transition.
the dice. Yes, yes, yes. My thing is it's a roll of the dice. It's just the stroke of a luck of the roll of the dice when that number you roll and that last nail in that coffin and choop, your number come up, baby, you out of here.
Yes, yep, you're right. You're right. That's how it is. Kimberly, hi, baby. Kimberly says, Happy New Year, ladies. Happy
Happy
New
New
Year
Year,
to you and your loved
beautiful.
ones. Yes, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Kimberly, you have got to tell us if you did anything about your superstitions for the new year. Because, people have rituals and things that they do going into the new year to make sure that is prosperous for them and that and that they have favor. And so tonight we were going to talk about cleaning up your house for the new year because a lot of people do it. It's almost like a spring cleaning type of thing, to stir up the energy and get fresh and let the new year know that you're ready. So Kimberly, if you did anything along those lines, we'd love to hear from you and know what you did. What did you do, girlfriend Peggy?
Girlfriend, I to be honest with you, I don't really, I'm not a superstitious person. I don't believe in cooking black eyed peas on New Year's Eve and all that. I cooked a nice scrumptious meal, had some crabs and some prime rib and green beans and baked potato and corn on the cob, and it was delicious. So there was no black eyed peas, but I still feel that I'm gonna have a favor this year. I don't, like I said, believe in a lot of superstitions, but I didn't do a whole lot. I'm kind of cleaned up a little bit, made sure things was in order as much as I could. And that was pretty much it. Laundry is one thing I like to do is go into the new year with clean laundry, with no laundry in the dirty clothes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
that's another one. Now, I don't know if that's a superstition or if that was just, we've been
part of getting your house in
conditioned
order.
to do that, because that was our mother's way of tricking us into making sure everything was clean.
Yep. Yep, you had to go to that laundromat, get everything clean in the house, clean up. Yep, no
you know,
garbage in the house, none of that crap. Yeah,
yeah, none of that. Now,
right.
I I didn't cook the black eyed peas, but we had company. So folks brought a collard greens and peas and but the pork thing, I'm not doing no pig feet or sows or hog jaws or none of that kind of thing, but supposedly the hog jaw means you're rooting it roots forward as an animal, so supposedly that takes you into the new year. It pushes you forward, and the collard greens are supposed to represent money, and the black eyed peas are supposed to represent your eyes so that you can see where you're going and all of that kind of stuff. That was supposedly the meaning behind it, when probably the real truth is that's just what folks had to eat. And they were just eating what they had to eat. Hey, Derek. Hey, Boo. How you do?
Mr.
you
Topper in
know,
the house. All
let us
right.
know what you did to clean up your house for 2022, and what it is you plan to do. Thanks for joining us, Derek. We want to know, do you have any superstitions? Did you do anything of that nature? Now, Peggy, have you did you ever hear, did you all practice having a man come through your front door first?
I never heard that, to be honest with you.
Okay, I don't know
My
if that's
mom never
I
talked
don't
about
know.
a man or woman coming through the front door first.
Well, for me, I always grew up where it had to be a man, and that brought you good luck or favor or
Mm.
prosperity or whatever for the new year.
So if
But
he
I
if he
just
came across, that meant you was gonna keep him for the whole year.
oh well, suppose that wasn't your man. Suppose it's just your husband.
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
when I'm saying if you already have a husband, the man that's coming across the door is not somebody who you're gonna be with all year. He just came to bring favor.
Okay.
That's what he came for. He came as a blessing. Sharon is in the building. What's going on, Sharon? Hey, baby, what's
What
happening?
Sharon is that?
Happy. That's Sharon Jones, our friend from Goodwill.
Okay, hey Sharon. I know beautiful Sharon.
Uh-huh. Ria's in
Yes.
the house. What's going on?
Beautiful Queen Rhea.
Yep. Happy New
Yes.
Year to you too. And so we're just talking about superstitions and things that people do going into the new year. And one of them, of course, is the idea of cleaning your house and having everything clean and
Fresh
in
water.
order.
Yes.
Um, but there's more to order in the house than that. But I don't know. So now what I did, um, well, the house had to get cleaned up because we were having company. So,
Mm-hmm.
it got the extra clean from that. But in my
Mm-hmm.
personal space, I cleaned everything. Everything got wiped down. Everything got taken off of the dresser, every bottle, every, piece of decor, table, everything got, 'cause ceiling fan, everything clean, wiped down from head to toe. And then I kind of change some things around a little bit just to kind of stir up the energy. And,
Yes.
like to make sure going into the new year, you got clean linen and,
Yeah.
just all of that kind of stuff, like you said.
Yeah.
So, I do believe in the house cleaning part and the laundry, but I can only do that for me. I couldn't
Right.
force that off on some other people that live here,
In the house. Yeah.
you know, but,
Yeah.
that's how we did it. But I want to know, is anybody in the chat? Um, Let me see. Oh, Derek says he doesn't have any superstitions, but I
Okay.
wanted to know if anybody in the virtual audience ever heard of having a man cross over the
Threshold.
the threshold of your home
Mm-hmm.
first for the new year, and
Mm-hmm.
that and sometimes you would make arrangements, and it can't be somebody who was like already in the house partying with you. It's
Oh,
about the
okay.
very first person who comes to your door. And if you've ever heard of that, um all right, Derek says he heard of
So
it.
he heard
Now,
of it. Yeah.
I have a
Okay.
friend who told me that his mother always told him it should be a woman first and
Oh,
not a
okay.
man. And so I had never been challenged on that. And now so I want to know if anybody else has ever heard of that at all as being one of the superstitions for going into the new year. And
Right.
um, and what about doing a sage cleanse? Do you do anything, anything else special to get ready? Or we just eat, drink, and party?
I think most folks clean up and eat, drink, and toast the new year. What do they do in New York Times Squares? Do the countdown ritual,
Yep.
watch the lighting of the whatever they do down there, countdown to the ball drop, I
Yep.
guess, and New
Hmm.
Year's and the fireworks. Yeah.
Yeah, that type of thing. Ria said she heard of it too, but I don't know anybody who, like practices it hardcore. But growing up, it was a hardcore practice for us. And so I grew up in the projects in Harlem. And so our building was 14 stories tall. And there was
Mm.
a man that lived on the 14th floor in apartment 14H, him and his wife. And he was like the official New Year's Eve, bring the New Year's in person. So once midnight hit, and he could, kiss his wife and wish her a happy new year. He had a little bell and he would go to everybody's door in the building. Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
Oh my
And
God.
anybody who opened the door and wanted him to walk in, he would,
Oh,
so that
okay.
he could bring them their blessing. And he would go all the way around the hallway, down the steps to the next set of apartments. And he did that in the entire building for years and years and years. Mr. Freeman, I
Wow.
believe is his name. Or maybe it was Mr. Young. But either way, that was his thing, and that's what he would do. Hi, Sabrina. Sabrina says she's never heard of that tradition, but that was a practiced tradition for us. So y'all let us know what you did to clean up your vibration and get ready for 2022. And it's more than just your house. It's like a reset.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reset. And some people call them resolutions. I haven't, I'll start off with them, but I don't know about everybody else, but by March or so, they kind of fall to the wayside.
Yeah, those resolutions kind of get you. You good for the first. Most people, I think, go through their with stick with their resolutions. At least when it comes to exercise and fitness, they probably good for the first couple of weeks or so, and then they start easing off by the wayside. But that's one of the things that I would like to do is get more physically fit. Start walking
Mhm.
a little bit more, exercising a little more, moving a little more.
Yes.
I know you
Yes.
an avid walker. You always out exercising 2 or 3 times a week. You at the gym. You walk,
Hmm.
run. You do your thing. You dance a lot. You constantly in movement. So that's a good thing. So I need to get more active this year. That's one of the things I really would like to do.
Well, I tell you what, I have a friend who turned 85 last year, and he said to me, if I had known that I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. And when he
Mm,
said that to me, I was like, oh God, I got to do better, because I was, going to the gym or working out, um, really just to stay uh, fluid and and mobile and that type of thing. But
mm-hmm.
this year I need to do it with intention. And that's another thing. People talk about New Year's resolutions. um with the New Year's resolutions, I've heard people now changing resolution to intention. What are your intentions? Because you
Oh,
can
okay.
resolve to do something that doesn't really amount to much. What are you
Okay.
intending to do?
Hmm.
How much money are you intending to make by the end of the year?
Right.
Um, you say you want to get more fit. So look, this man
What's the plan?
says, yeah, what's the plan? Um, it's a goal without a plan is just a wish. So
Hmm.
if you have a thought that you want to do something, what's the goal, and you have to have a time frame or a time structure. Like by March, I want to weigh X amount of pounds. Or by the end of the year, I want to weigh X amount of pounds, or I want to have this much money in the bank, or whatever it is. What are the steps you're going to do? Um,
I stopped. I haven't. I did it for like the first 4 days, and then I stopped. But I'm gonna try to get back on track with it. Yeah,
what
that
is
was
she
Sabrina.
talking about?
She had shared with me some things that had helped her with her weight loss. Some pills.
Okay.
And I tried them for 3 or 4 days, but I haven't been consistent with it. I'm not really a big. Anybody know me? I'm not a big pill taker. I don't even
Hmm.
like taking medicine, so I have to pray about that and get back on them.
But
Because
no,
I
you
thought
don't.
for the few days that I did take them, they did curb and help my appetite. But
Oh,
like I
okay.
said, you got to take it all the time. You got to be consistent with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
well, and see, and that's the thing. No matter what it is you choose to do, you have to be consistent with it,
Hmm.
to see any results. And
Yeah.
um, you know, um, whether it's you know, uh, losing weight or making money or finding a lover. And we spent all year, our first year, really talking about dating and finding a lover and all of those kind of things. And so, I have to have a different intention this year.
Mm.
Oh, Sabrina says, yes, you need a date. I think what she means is you have to set a date or a goal for when you plan to achieve something.
Yes.
So I want to lose X amount of pounds by a particular date. And then you do something every day, some little thing every day to help
Work
you reach
towards
your
it.
goal.
Right.
She said, she said, did Peggy tell you that I have lost over 130 pounds? She didn't tell me how much, but yes,
Right.
Sabrina, she did mention to me that you have been, hey Sharon, thank you. Happy New Year to you. That you have been on a weight loss journey. Sharon, just take a minute and type in the chat the date and information about your event so we can remind everybody about it that it's coming up. Yeah, and so anything you decide to do, um, whether it's making a career move or learning something new, it
Mhm.
requires that. And I gotta be yes, Sabrina says consistency is the key, and I have to be honest. I you know Being consistent on a lot of things is not my strong suit.
No, procrastination is the number one killer of accomplishments. We
Yes.
put it off. I know I've been a writer for over 25 years. I've been writing poetry since my girls were little girls going to church with me. 4 and 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. They 30 now. They 29 and 30. So I know I've been writing poetry over 25 years. I know that's one of my gifts and one of my purposes to write to share. And I have not been really. I used to, share, but procrastination. You
Yeah.
put it off. You get lazy, and you got to stay consistent. You got to stay on it. You got to keep motivated, or else it's not going to come to pass.
Right. You have to keep it in front of you. It's a focus
Mhm.
thing, and none of it
Mindset.
is hard, but it requires the discipline, the intention to make something happen, the
Mhm.
discipline to see it through, and the daily focus on it to bring it into full fruition. And really that's our work. That's the hardest work, battling with your mind, because it
Mhm.
all comes from a thought first, and
Right.
then thoughts become things. But it'll be just a dream, a wish, and a prayer if you're not taking any action.
Yes.
And the
Right.
action doesn't have to be hard. It's just you got to
One
take
day,
the
one
time,
step at a time.
yeah, to
One day,
focus
one step
on it.
at a time. Yes.
So I said I was going to do better this year.
We, yeah, and you will, and you will.
Yeah,
And like I always tell you, what do I say? A lot of times during the year, I set things up that I'm going to accomplish. So I'm saying, girlfriend Miss B, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna get rid of. I'm getting a new vehicle, another vehicle. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna speak it. I want to put it out there in the atmosphere. Once you
yes,
put it out there, it's gonna grow. You speak it into existence.
yes.
And speak it into existence. Say it. Just claim it like it's already done, and just start
Wow.
knocking them off. Uh-huh.
Sabrina said she got her real estate license in 2020 and she was physically ready to get and wasn't physically ready to get in the field until 2021. She sold her first house in December. Congratulations to you. You
Congratulations. Yeah,
keep
that's
the
awesome.
momentum going. Now you're
Yeah.
on a roll,
Mm-hmm. And
you
everything
know.
start with the first step. Whether it's
Yes.
losing weight, whether it's selling houses, whether it's like you say, getting your degree, whether it's losing weight, whatever your intentions are, it's going to have to start with the first step.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that step is to do it on faith and without worrying. And I think that's another issue for me personally. The fears that we battle all the time.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's a fear of is that it's not going to work, or that people
Mm-hmm.
won't like it or won't show up or don't want it, or any number of those kind of things can freeze me, stop me dead in my tracks. And you know that better than anybody, girlfriend, because you kept saying, well, you need to do something. And I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything, girlfriend Peggy. I don't want to do it. Leave me alone.
And I said, well, you got to do something. You got to do something. A
Yeah.
little something is better than nothing at all. So
Yes.
get
And so
moving.
here we are doing a little something. And
Yes.
and one day a little something will be a big something. And
Yes.
we know that just based on being consistent, starting off with 0 subscribers, and now having maybe 100. So if you have joined us tonight in the virtual building, whether you are on YouTube or Facebook, would you please go to YouTube anyway, maybe after the show, and make sure that you subscribe to Raw Talk. Help us build our following and our audience. We would love for you to subscribe and then like the
Yes.
broadcast and all of that good stuff. So we appreciate you greatly for doing that. It's helped us to grow, and that's basically what we want to do, and help you grow along the way as well. So that's our plan for the year, to bring you more people with more information, with more good juicy stuff that will help you grow in every area of your life. And there's a lot of things going on with money right now. The whole way the world is going to operate when it comes to money has already changed. And if you don't keep up with it, just like how you update your phone and update your computer and learn how to do different things, then you'll be left behind. And I'm
Yeah.
talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and digital wallets and NFTs and all of those types of things. And it can sound like a bunch of mumbo jumbo,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And
you
things
know,
are changing and happening very quickly.
very quickly. So,
Very quickly.
yeah, we'll get some people on Thursday, 5 p.m. International Drive. What is that, Sabrina? Okay. Sabrina says, please join us, Dr. Brian and Dr. Jeannie, tomorrow. That's Thursday at the Bronze Kingdom. I've been to Orlando several times since they've opened, and I have not been there yet. I just love the owners. They are fabulous, fabulous people, but they opened up that spot on International Drive, and I know it's just over the top. She says tomorrow night they were going to be there talking about success, development, and growth. So those of you in the virtual building with us who live in the Orlando area, down there with girlfriend Peggy, because I'm up north. I'm in the ATL. You can join Dr. Brian and Dr. Jeannie tomorrow at the Bronze Kingdom. Is there a fee? And it's 5 p.m. 5 p.m. The Bronze Kingdom on International Drive. All right, because they own another business too. They have a museum. But this is the spot on International Drive. She says that they are going to be talking about crypto and Bitcoin and all of those other ways. Money is going to be exchanged and created from now on.
Okay.
It's absolutely fascinating. It's
Yes.
fascinating,
Yeah.
a little
You
scary.
gotta get it. Another thing I want to talk about as far as getting your house in order, that we, don't really think about, your living will. Getting these living wills made out. The wills to your house who's deeded on the property. Should you leave, if you don't
Yep,
have anybody on the deed, then they can take your home back, or take the bank can take it back if they don't. It's a lot of things that can happen if you don't take care of your business with your house. Same thing with your cars, your money. You have to have somebody on your bank account. If something happened to you, somebody need to be a signee on your bank account to get your money out the bank. Insurance policies.
yep,
We need to get insurance policies for ourselves, for our children, loved ones, whoever it is. Get those type of things in order.
yep.
Starting the new
Because
year, it's a good time
Facebook
to get
is
these
not
type of things in order.
insurance,
Hmm?
right? What is it? Fund Me, GoFundMe is not insurance.
No, it's not. But there are a lot of people that find themselves in sticky, strange situations, and they have to do that.
Yeah,
Even if it's just a small policy, do something. We got a policy man, a Primerica agent in the house, Derek Talbot.
yep,
He's the agent.
that's
Reach
right.
out. He can
Derek,
maybe tell us how to get in touch with him.
yep,
He'll hook you up and get you right. I've written 3 policies with him so far, and recommended a few people. So yeah, get in touch with us. Let us know you need some insurance.
yes. Derek, you're welcome to post your info in the chat as well, so that we can post it up and let everybody know. Got a shout out to my girl all the way up in NYC, Gail Alexander in the building. Happy New Year, my love. Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year, beautiful.
We were talking about New Year's Eve superstitions, just to kind of reset the conversation, and things that you need to be doing as well to have your house in order for 2022. Sabrina says putting your family home in a trust um, is also something else you can do. And she wants to let us know that they will be meeting every Thursday to talk with you and give you information about development and, as she said, finances and everything.
Mhm.
Thursdays at the Bronze Kingdom in Orlando on International Drive at 5 p.m. So thank you, Sabrina. We appreciate that.
Another thing, gee, that again,
Kimberly
GoFundMe is
said,
not
"Oh," she said,
insurance.
"Oh,
No, it's not.
it's not."
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. But I mean, like I say, sometimes families find themselves in sticky situations, and they have to do it. What did Derek is invited to come? We invited all business people.
Yeah,
Um,
all people in all types of businesses, real estate, you're welcome to join Sabrina and her group 5 p.m. on Thursday at the Bronze Kingdom in Orlando on International Drive. They're going to have some good news for you. You're welcome, Sabrina,
you're
and we
welcome,
thank you for
beautiful.
joining
Thank
us
you for
and
sharing. Yes.
sharing that with folks, because we need to know. And Derek, put your contact information up there. But Peggy, you got excellent list of things that we need to do to be in order. What else is on there?
Spiritually alignment. Are we getting us doing a spiritual check with ourselves? Have we been praying enough? Have we been reading our Bibles enough? Are we, just having some? I used to pray in my car. driving and just making up songs and singing praises to the Lord was my most favorite intimate time, to spend with the Lord. It was singing praises to God. I mean, how are we giving him worship? I mean, a lot of times we let worship fall off, and we put the Lord up on the shelf or whoever our higher power is, and we forget about him. And when we get in trouble, we call on him and we need him. You know, and
Yep.
we got to look into that. That's a part of getting your house in order. Something happened to you suddenly today, tomorrow. Spiritually, are you ready to go? Are you? Do you feel certain that you're gonna go home to be with the Lord?
Oh, most
Are you
definitely.
asking for forgiveness daily? Are we, just doing little checks and things that can make a difference in where we spend eternity? I mean, because we all sinning every day. We sin and we do something every day that's a sin. Um,
Yes.
so every day we have to
And
ask for
it's about,
forgiveness.
it's about whatever you subscribe to, so if you're a Christian and those are the values that you subscribe to, how closely are you, following them to make sure that every day you get up feeling good and being able to function every day. For you it might, for some people it might be practicing yoga or having a meditation time, so whatever it is, whether it's prayer or song or praise or meditation, what do you do to feed your spiritual spirit, just
And
feed your
yeah, I
spirit.
think spiritually and mentally kind of connect together. Meditation, like you said, yoga, relaxation, deep breathing, whatever it
Hmm.
is that can help you focus and concentrate on what's going on in your life. Because a lot of times we're going through so much turmoil and we're dealing with so many different people and people bringing problems to you and issues to you. Sometimes you just got to take a step back and start focusing on your inner self. Well, what's going on with my mind? Where's my head? It's spinning because so many things going around.
Yes.
The Bria, she has wine and conversation. She has something to do with mental health that she's going to be doing. I think January 29th. She probably could share the information with us again. Wine and conversations, but we need to work on our mental health. Just stop looking at it as it's something wrong. There's nothing wrong.
Right.
Check. It's nothing wrong. But you don't
Mm-mm.
want to wait till something is wrong before you recognize it and try to get help.
Yes.
When you feel yourself not being yourself and things are getting out of whack, that's the signs that's telling you, hey, I need to talk to somebody. I need to see a therapist. I need to do something different than what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So
because if you keep doing what you've been doing and you get the same results,
that's crazy.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
So mentally, we have to find the things that bring us peace,
Yes.
that can calm us and, like I said, keep us focused.
Yes.
And that goes
Oh,
to say with emotional, I think mentally, emotional, and spiritually, I think those three things kind of tie in together. They kind of work as a snowball effect. They kind of all tie in together.
yes, they do. Sabrina
Hmm.
says we have to ask ourselves, are we practicing what we preach? Humbleness, gentleness, peacefulness, showing love to each other and patience. And sometimes we get caught up in the worldly things. Somebody cut you off in traffic, and you let your ire get up, and you want to say, hey, stupid bitch, you cut me off, and
Throwing up all kind of fingers and
yeah, and getting your road rage on, and really, that's very damaging. That's very damaging to your spirit and your spiritual psyche. Right as soon as you do that, you're out of alignment. Time you do that, you
yeah,
know,
your emotions will get so off. Like, one minute you're happy, next minute you're sad. Somebody say something, and all of a sudden you're going off. You spiraling out of control.
right.
Emotions not. It's like a ship. You just sitting there, just wobbling and waving every which way. Somebody say something, you mad. You ready to fight. You ready to chop their heads off. Something wrong.
Something wrong.
Something wrong.
Something wrong with
Nobody should walk around being that mad and angry that somebody accidentally stepped on your toe that you want to get so mad that you're ready to fight in the club and shoot somebody.
Right.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah. Don't be, you shouldn't be that close to the edge, but we are
A
a
lot of
lot of
people are.
times.
Mass
A lot of
shootings,
times.
people are.
So you have
Yep.
to be careful. That's why you can't mess with people. You can't be
Yeah,
messing with people emotions.
you can't. And that's in relationships too. Stop playing with folks.
Stop
Stop
playing with
leading people
folks.
on. Stop leading these women on. Stop telling this one, that one, and the other one you love them. Stop having two or three different people think that you're in a relationship with them, and it's just you and them. Stop doing that. I mean, you're pushing people, and they believe what you say, and they have faith and trust in you, and you lying. You playing.
You
Nobody
playing.
don't have time to play games.
Mm-mm. No, not at all. Sabrina says that Dr. Jeannie, who will be at the event tomorrow in Orlando, 5 p.m. tomorrow at Bronze Kingdom, she says Dr. Jeannie has a local mental health practice. She sees all of her patients virtually, and there's no shame in seeking help. And I think finally, as a Black community, we have gotten to the place now where we realize that there's nothing that is wrong with seeking mental health.
Right.
Working on your mental health and seeking help for your mental health. There's nothing wrong with it. But I think it had been taboo for a while. But maybe now that we have more Black people in the field who we feel
Mhm.
like we can relate to and talk to, that's probably made it a lot better. But before we weren't thinking about that. It's just like, ain't nothing wrong with me.
Right.
I don't need to be laying down talking to nobody.
Talking to nobody. And that's maybe they should make that a requirement. Once a year, get a mental health checkup.
Just like you do
They
everything
make they
else.
require they require us once a year to go in and get your physical checkup, your pap smear, your breast check, your prostate's check. This is
Yep.
important for men to get in and do their physical checkups and make sure they're not having issues that's too late for them to deal with. That's too far down the road because you didn't catch it. Go and get your prostate's checked, gentlemen. It's nothing wrong with having that done. Go and get it done. It could save your life, and it
Yep.
has saved many people's lives. Um,
Yes.
it's important that we may have to do a mental checkup once a year. You know, I don't see where it would hurt.
No. Uh-uh.
you know,
It couldn't.
right? Taking inventory of our relationships too.
Oh,
Is my circle too big? Do I need to add some people? Do I need to cut some people? Is it just right? I mean, and I love relationship. Are you giving enough energy as well as receiving? Are you being treated correctly? Are you being treated with respect in the way you deserve? And in turn, are you treating your significant other with respect? Are
yes.
you giving them what they deserve? Are you giving them love and attention that they deserve and they desire? You getting the things that you want? Are you giving it back? So that's another thing. It's the beginning of the year. It's always good to do an inventory and take a check on that.
Yep. Yeah, most definitely. You know, um,
Maybe
uh, especially if you're in the dating process. you know, you need to take inventory of everybody. I did just a little tiny bit, just a little teeny tiny bit of house cleaning in 2021. I think um I only had to get like rid of one person.
yeah, 20 going into 21, you shut the door on some folks. You just said, I ain't dealing with them in 2021. That's for sure.
And
And you kept
so,
your word on that.
there you go. And then I had to add somebody else. Uh, I had
To
to
the
add
list.
somebody else to the list. But we do what we have to do when we have to
You do
do
what
it.
you have to do.
And
Exactly.
that person had been a longtime friend.
Wow.
Hey, Kimberly, we have to do it though sometime. It have to be done. I'm telling you now. And then and let me think. And I think everybody I met on Facebook dating, oh my God, you know, X X X X, not, can't, won't date you, can't be a friend, none of that.
Mm.
Yuck.
I tried, listen, like I said, I tried to get my feet wet a little bit with that online dating. Couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I can't follow through. It's I don't have the patience for it. You know, it's just not for me. I'm just an old fashioned girl. Run up on me, hey girl, how you doing? Start
Right,
a
right.
conversation or whatever. I can't do that online dating stuff.
Well, yeah, you're more, I think I'm maybe more like you. It has to be organic. Our paths have to cross, that type of thing, but
Yeah.
hey San, happy new year, sis. Hey, wonderful to see you, girl. We're just in here talking about cleaning house for the new year. Did you clean your spiritual house, your dating house, your love life house, your money house, your body
Physical,
house,
emotion,
your real house,
mental house.
your
You getting
mental
things
house?
together. You're getting them in order.
For
Right.
real, for real, but so but that's good though, a relationship assessment. um Mine is not, it's not looking so good right now, but I guess all right. Sam said all of them. You got to do all of them, and it takes work and a little bit of time. um you know so
Getting your
here we go.
priorities in order. That's what it's about. Prioritizing.
Yes.
Trying to prioritize and figure out what's important, what needs, just like your list of bills. And most people prioritize their bills. They know the dates that they're due. They know what's most important, the mortgage, the insurances, the car
Right.
notes, the water bill, the light bill, cable. It may be low down on the list, but some other things may have to scoot in between. But you know how to prioritize, and you know what's most important to you and what have to be paid that you can't really fool around with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about prioritizing and getting things in order and making our lives run easier and smoother, I think.
Yes.
Hmm.
Definitely. It helps make it be worry free. So
Stress
I'm
free.
still in the process of writing down some of all of the things that I need to do, with this goal setting. And, first outlining what my intentions are across the board in all of those areas for 2022. And then, coming up with a plan for each area. And I'm still, struggling some with dates,
Hmm.
of when I have certain things achieved or done. But it's a step in the right direction because I hadn't been doing it before. So I'm going to see, and I can't wait to see what a difference it makes. Mostly if I can hang in there for at least to the end of the year. I don't want to
Right.
fall off. I don't want to fall off like in the past. Yes, that's
Right.
right. Habakkuk 2 and 2, to be exact, my sister, in the Bible, Habakkuk 2 and 2. Write it down, make it plain on the tablet. and
Hmm.
um and I've heard that said by a lot of motivational people, inspirational people, that there's no substitute for writing it down. It's something about
Hmm.
the connection between the brain and your hand and writing that makes a big difference when you set your intentions, almost like the Ten Commandments in stone, that it makes a big difference. It's something you can reference, it's something you can see, and it's something you can feel when you write it. There's
Right.
even people who tell you that when you want to achieve a particular goal, that you should script it. You might have one sentence, that you say, and you write it down, like over and over. You write it every day, 50 times a day. I mean, that's just how powerful the writing down of something is towards making it happen.
Yeah, and the positive affirmations. I know Tanya TKO has a book out, and I think I'm going to order that book this year. Positive affirmations. She said it really made a great difference in her life, because I believe her story is she came from being almost homeless and living out of her car for a while. and she
Mm.
started doing her positive affirmations and writing down what it is she wanted to do, what she wanted to accomplish, and little by little, day by day, things started coming to pass. And she has a great number of following. I tune into her often and listen to her, enjoy listening to her. She's a powerful, strong sister. And I think that would be a great book to get.
Okay. And that's the name of it. She didn't write it. It's just a
She
book
did
that
write it.
she,
Yes, it's her book.
oh,
She
she
wrote it.
wrote it.
Yes, she wrote the book.
Okay.
She
And what's
also
the
has
name
a
of
makeup line out now, vegan makeup. She's doing her thing. She have a lot of things going on. Yes. My hats off to her.
Yes. What's the name of the book?
I think it's just positive affirmations.
Okay.
So they
And
can
it
go to Tanya.
and does she call herself Tanya TKO as
Yeah,
the
I think
author
yeah.
or well
You can
anyway,
go on her page.
so you should be able to
Google
find
her.
it. Yeah, you can Google Tanya TKO and you'll
Yeah,
find her.
yeah,
A
you'll
lot of
find her.
times you can see her work on Facebook Watch. When you go to watch things and she'll come up or you can do a search for her there. Sabrina says that she purchased a journal for herself and for some friends. The cover says a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. And
Hmm.
she says her other journal says, yes, you can. And
Yes.
I know a lot of people who use journals now. I should have brought mine in here. My daughter makes beautiful,
Mm.
custom journals.
Yes,
Uh,
she
you know,
does.
they're just over the top.
I've seen some. They will be have your head spinning. They got so many jewels and diamonds on them. Just beautiful. I told
Yes,
her her daughter
yes,
is destined to be a millionaire because that girl is talented.
yes,
She's a
she
talented
is.
girl. Yes, she
Yes, she
is.
is. I'll have to
She
show one.
is.
But I'm real simple. My journal is I like the old fashioned black and white composition notebooks.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, it's something about it that makes me feel comfortable. It reminds me of elementary school. I don't know. I just like them. I do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, San. San says she wants one. I'll see which ones are down there and see which one you like, honey. I got you.
They beautiful. I'm telling you, they're the coffee table piece for sure. Just we want to
Yes,
put it out so
yes.
everybody can see how pretty it is.
Hi, Charlene. Welcome, Charlene. Charlene and Raw Talk have been with us now for the last few
Yes,
months. Thank you, baby. Happy New Year. It's
beautiful.
great to see you. It's great to see you. Yes, Sabrina, I certainly will. I didn't even know we were gonna kind of go off on that. But yeah, I'll show off some of the journals for you for next time.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
it makes a big difference. So I have one journal that where I just talk about what I'm thinking or feeling or whatever. And then another one for intentions. And then I have one more I keep my journal that I only write in it really specific things. This journal has been blessed. And so I only write just really only positive things in there, nothing about anything that's going on in my life that I don't like, just really sweet. I'm sweet to myself in there. I only write really specific things that I want to see happen. um yes, thank you, baby. Happy New Year to you
Charlene
too.
Carter, yay, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gail says she wants a
Alexander,
journal.
the
Okay.
journal girl. Yeah,
Yes, definitely. I'll call you. What else did you have on that hot, juicy list, girlfriend
that was
Peggy?
my list. That I think I started off with the spiritual, mentally, emotionally, physical, and relationship inventory. That was pretty much what I had as far as getting things together in order. I'm sure there's some people out there have some other things that they could, add to the list. We talked about finances, getting your finances together in order, prioritizing
Everything.
relationships. Yeah.
Yeah. And relationships is more than just a dating relationships. Sometimes you have to analyze your friendships too. And
Hmm.
that's what I told Peggy. I had I said, well, if this person is going to act this way, then I'll just cut them off. And you don't have to worry about me calling you or texting you or any of those kind of things. And oh, that's
It
a good
is.
one.
We talked about it, apologies and forgiveness, how important it
Yes,
is. Yeah, to forgive
yes.
people and apologizing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
but starting off the beginning of it of the year, forget and I forgive you. I'll forgive you, and then I'm gonna still let you go. So forgive me for letting you go, but you still gonna get gone. Okay?
Okay, still gonna get
Yeah,
cut.
it is it.
Yeah.
Cut. But yes, Sam, we talked about it. We did a whole show on that. The difference between apologizing and how important forgiveness is, all of that good stuff. Kimberly says she knows, she said, I have realized that life in itself is a workout. I have to take a step back on a daily to reflect and figure out what is next. I wish I could take back the saying as a child, I wish I was grown. Adult life ain't easy, and it sure ain't. And your mama would tell you, look, you got plenty of time to be grown. You got the whole rest of your life to be grown. Don't be so ready to, be grown and be on your own, because you're going to get it.
Let me add something to that. It ain't easy. Being adult, it's not easy, and it definitely ain't free. Because once you become grown, you got to know it's time for you to start paying your way. It's time for you to start paying your way. Okay?
Yes.
And that's leading into our next week's conversation.
Oh,
Paying your
yes, it
way
is.
and
Hold
being
on. Hold on.
responsible.
Yes,
Okay? Yep.
Charlene says that you got to check all of your ships, your kingship, your relationship, your
Your
friendship,
friendship. Yep. Your financial
everything,
ships. Yeah. Your spiritually, mentally, emotional, everything.
everything.
It's like a
And
boat at
yes,
sea. Yeah, it's
yes,
like you on a boat at sea. Once that boat start walking and water start coming on the boat, and you got to take inventory, and you got to throw some things off, and you got to make some adjustments, and you got to do what you got to do to get the boat over to the other side. Yeah,
hmm Sabrina says, I like that. Talk sweet to myself. She said, I talk sweet to myself all the time. Now I will write some sweet words to myself in a real pretty journal. Write some sweet words to yourself. That's right, Kimberly. Cut off. Chop,
yeah, we
chop,
say cut the
chop
ball.
suey.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. You want chop
definitely.
now? We chop now.
Yep.
You got to get going. That's right. That's right. You
Yeah,
do have to. Yeah, when you get grown, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. You ain't never lied.
that's right. So don't be young women, men. Don't be so quick to be grown. Because like I say, you get grown, you need to be on your own first of all, and then like I say, to be on your own, you need to be paying your own way. So
Yeah,
it's not free. Being
it
grown
ain't
is
free.
not free.
It ain't free. Yeah, and Sam, you're right. You get what you allow. You also get what you think about. You get what you attract. You attract what you are, and then you get that. And then, and if you stay with it, it's because you've allowed it. We allow, you know, e- everything, everything, and that's the real trick. Controlling your mind to the point where you're exercising watching your thoughts. So now when I think of something that is derogatory towards me about myself, I thought today, damn, do something. It's like, that was so stupid. See, that's not a good thing to say to yourself, because it
Mm,
doesn't make you feel good. It gets you out of alignment. So I have to go, listen, it's okay. You did it. You did what you had to do at the time, and that was all right. Move forward, because
yeah,
you can't go where you want to get to be if you're looking back, beating yourself up about some decision that you made. Make a better one next time. Learn from
right.
that one and do better. And you can do
Mm-hmm,
better, and it's all right. And then I have to tell myself, it's all right, Leslie. You okay? It's all right. It's all good.
mm-hmm.
You're not going to get it all done, and you never get it finished, because that's the way of the world. It's a world without end. So you're going to always have something to do.
And I always tell my children, I relate it to a track meet in school. Life is a track meet. I mean, you're gonna have to run some sprints. You're gonna jump some hurdles. You may have to pivot yourself over a high beam. You may have to get low and go under that bar. You may have to do a 100-yard dash.
Tell
It's
them.
about the shoot. Yeah.
Tell them.
So yeah, life is it's a track meet. You gonna fall down. You might get tripped up on that hurdle, but you gotta fall down. You're gonna get back up and you're gonna keep running. And that's what you have to tell yourself. It's okay. Fail your way into success. That's what they say. Sometimes you keep doing it over and over. Don't look at yourself as a failure. I don't look at the show as a failure. We may not have a 1.2K views today, but we may have it tomorrow.
Yep.
One day, one step at a time. Fail your way into success.
Yes.
Just keep
Exactly.
doing it. Stay consistent, stay with it, and believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. Believe in everything that it is that you want to happen. Believe that it can happen.
It can happen. It
Yeah.
will
Don't
happen.
beat yourself up. When you stumble, when you
Mm-mm.
make a mistake, you drop the ball.
No.
Oh, hey, just like we talked about apology. I don't have a problem apologizing. When I'm wrong, I can apologize. I dropped the ball on that. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me. I'm so sorry. They didn't do it on purpose, but it happened.
It
But I'm not gonna
happened.
keep beating myself up about it.
Mm-mm.
You know?
No, we're gonna do that and get that done, and so but I think we're all we're ready for 2020, 2022, ready to make it do what it do. And so next week, girlfriend Peggy, you would, I know I cut you off because I wanted to get one more person in there, but
Yeah.
tell everybody what we're going to talk about next week.
What did I forgot? I do that every time you ask me.
It's okay, because that's my fault because I cut you off. I,
You
I
cut me
changed your
off.
train of thought.
Yeah, because I had it right on the tip of my thumb. Because I mean, my tongue. Give me a minute. It was
We're going to talk about dating.
Oh yeah, what I deal with all the time. Dating while having adults live in the house with you. Is adult children, your parents, a mother, a sick father, or somebody that you're taking care of. Is that a deal breaker for you? Is that just like some women say, hey, I'm not dating a man with young children, been there, done that. For men, is it a turn off to women? Is it a turn off for you when women have adult grown children that live in the house with them?
Yep. And how do you handle that? Sabrina says you have to be your own best friend. If you wouldn't say it to your girlfriend, don't say it to yourself. Negative words have a real impact, even when talking to ourselves. And that's when they have the most impact.
The
You're
most
absolutely
impact.
right,
Yeah,
Sabrina. You're
yeah.
right. So, for those of you who are still in the dating phase, you're right. Kimberly said the adult children ain't having it. Listen, girlfriend Peggy and I can tell you from personal experience.
Yes. Having adult children live with you. Oh, my God. It tests and try your nerves. I'm telling you, it's gonna test you on every angle. I've seen videotapes. We might need to pull up some of the videotapes of the
Oh yeah,
mother
I know.
having the argument with the daughter about her not cleaning up and picking up behind her child and being on the phone all day and not cleaning up. They don't treat your house the way you treat your house. And it's a whole set of hoopla that goes along with
A
that.
whole nother set of problems that goes along with
Yes,
that,
yes.
and yeah, or just living in a house with
Adults.
other adults. And so we'll talk about that next week, because I'll tell you what my situation is, and then Peggy will share what her situation is, and because it's they're different.
Mm-hmm.
They're different. But the result is the same. And it means a lack of privacy. And how do you conduct yourself in front of your children when
Adult
you are
children.
adult children, when you're
Mm-hmm.
when you're dating? Because the children, you can feed, bathe them, feed them, put them to bed.
By a certain time, they're in their room in the bed sleep.
Right.
Right. Adult children is a whole lot different.
It's a whole lot different. It's a whole different thing. And then of
Right.
course there are the folks who have, like you said, the issue of taking care of an elderly parent, or other loved one who is there with them. It can severely hinder how you move. You're not gonna be able to fly off for the weekend, at the drop of a hat necessarily. You have to make
Make
some
a
plans. We want to know if you're out there dating, and you have adult children living with you, how has that affected your ability to have a good dating experience? Inquiring minds want to know. Gail says she can't wait. She can't wait because we want to know what how the men feel about it, and ladies too. Sometimes the man has an adult child living with him.
Mhm.
Listen, that has an effect. Do I want to be over there with you and your grown daughter, and and she's
Your
looking at
grown
me thinking,
mouthy son.
bitch, you ain't gonna be my stepmama, or you know what I'm saying?
The son who checking you out every time you get up and walk to the kitchen, he looking at you harder than the man looking at you.
Right.
You might have to count a whole lot of different things.
That's right. Because that could be a problem. That could be a problem.
When he undressing you, the son undressing you with his eyes. Ooh, child. You might find yourself in a dilemma.
Yeah, you'd be like, that's a boy, you better watch out. You don't know, get away from me.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that you do not want no hot, horny old woman on your case. You don't want that. You think you do, but you don't want that. You don't want that.
Yes.
I don't know. So that's what we'll be talking about next week. If you got friends in that, if you're in that situation, we expect you to be in the chat. If you got friends in that situation, let them know. Yeah, tell them to come on through. Come on through. Okay. Yeah. So but that's what's up. That's what we got going on. And so we look forward to seeing all of you next Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on Raw Talk on Facebook and on Real As Women Raw Talk on YouTube. So final positive words from the evening come from this gentleman. Shame on me because I don't know his name. You can hit me up later if you know who he is, but it's what he says that makes a big difference.
Surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. 2, slowly is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. And 3, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next, so keep climbing.
Beautiful. Good night,
Yeah.
girlfriend Peggy.
Good night, girlfriend Ms.B. Happy
Love
New Year's.
y'all.
Happy
Happy
anniversary.
New Year. Thank you. See you all next week. Love you, baby.